Start it up.
Thursday. We're back in business. Cheap Not Broke fam. Thank y'all for tuning back in. Please hit the like button and subscribe button. It's Thursday. We're halfway through the end of the week. Thank y'all for tuning back in. Now, this is the pickup for last night. As I said last night, we were going to talk about saving some money, how to make money with your money, and making money doing nothing. Basically, that's kind of what you're doing. That's what we're talking about last night. Talking about that good old interest. Good old interest. These accounts, some people don't even realize that you can be making money sitting on your ass doing nothing. Nothing at all. But we're going to get into that tonight. Please head over to cheapatbroke.com. Grab yourself some merchandise. We got hats, hoodies, mugs, everything you need. Well, I don't have no mugs, but I got hats and hoodies. I know it's cold over there on the East Coast, so please make sure you grab yourself some cheap, not broke gear to stay warm. It's cold outside, y'all, and you don't want to be cold outside. I know I don't want to be cold outside. So. Yes, sir. All right, so let's get into it. What did I want to get into this about tonight? So tonight is about. Damn camera ain't straight. Anyway, tonight is about saving money and the different type of vehicles that you can use to save your money. Cause some people just got their money sitting in a regular ass savings account, not making anything, no interest, no nothing. Man, no, you got to get your money. These people got to pay you too. You want my money? You got to pay for it. You can't have nothing for free. Nothing for free. So we're gonna get into a couple of type of accounts tonight. And what they're called is HYSA, high yield savings accounts. High yield savings account. This is where a lot of rich people park their millions and millions of dollars, and they get paid a lot of money every month. This is what they're talking about in retirement, when you save $1 million or $2 and you can just live off of the interest because they're going to pay you every month to have the money. Because the bank, you put your money in the bank loans out the money, they're drawing interest off of the loan, they're paying you interest for borrowing the money. Everybody making money. A lot of people are only on the side of paying interest, not receiving interest. But we're going to jump on the other side tonight on how to receive some interest. All right, let's get into it. So, what are some of the type of names of the accounts? What do we got? One of the main ones is HSA, high yield savings account. And they pay about, I say on the high end, on the very high end, you're not going to get this in most of the time. You get 5%. It's between 3.5 and 5%. That's most people. Now, I did have a couple banks. You have a Faro Bank Savings, that's 5%, but I've never heard of this bank. I'm not sure where they're at. I'm just looking for some other banks. Marcus Goldman Sachs, 3.5. American Express High Yield, 3.3. No minimum, no monthly fee. SoFi Checking and Savings, 4%. Synchrony Bank High Yield, 3.5, 6%. So there's some banks out there. Your bank may not have the same percentage, but you can search around. A lot of these HSS, they have like a minimum $50, $100. It varies. Some of the banks that pay out a little higher interest rate, they might want you to have a little more, maybe, but that's here nor there. But starting off, HSA, high yield savings account. These are accounts that you put your money in and they pay like 3-4%. It's a good deal. I'll break down later in the show. I will break down how much you put in there, how much it'll actually pay you. Because 4% don't mean shit if you don't have no numbers to put it with. What the hell you talking about 4%? I don't know about no damn 4%. I got to have some numbers to put that 4% with to make it make sense. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Let's see. Online banks only usually pay the best yields. Reason why? Because you got the Bank of America, the Navy Federals, the Wells Fargos. They make money doing other stuff. So they don't really have to pay all that. They got other products to make them money. But some of these online banks, they really want your money so they can have money to loan out. So they make it attractive for you, and that's what they do. They give you that. All The above are typically FDI insured, meaning deposits are safe up to $250,000 per donation per bank, which is crazy. $250,000 is well, I got $2 million in here, but wait, we only gonna guarantee you $250,000. That's crazy in itself. They should guarantee you way more money than that, but that's here nor there. Another one is money market accounts, MMA, similar to HSAs, but sometimes allow check writing and debit card access. Still FDI insured, still good liquid savings. This is good if you want to have some liquid money. You need some money that you can touch. Some of the high yield savings, they lock the money up like CDs and whatnot. They lock it up. You can't touch the money. But this money market, you can touch the money, and they still pay pretty good. Let's see. Here's a couple banks that do pay decent rates. Quonic Bank money market pays 4.525%. Zillow, are these American banks? I ain't never heard of these names. Zeno Bank money market 3.9%. Vino Bank Cornerstone 3.7%. Sally Mae Bank, hell no. Sally Mae, they're student loan people. Damn, no. Well, I'm not gonna tell you them because we're not dealing with them. Alley Bank money market 3.3%. We don't push no business Sally way. Sally money market way. Money markets versus HAAs are similar, sometimes a bit lower, but the transaction availability like checks and debit cards might appeal to some users. So money market, you can kind of get the money. HSA, you probably not going to get a debit card or anything like that. They don't offer them because the purpose is for you to park the money. You park the money there, let it sit, don't touch it. That's what they're. Now, then you got CDs. Now, CDs are different. You have to pick a length of time to lock the money up, and you can't touch it. If you do, it's a penalty. That's what we got here. CDs, certificate of deposit. Number 3, certificate of deposit. CDs lock money in for a fixed term, 6 months, 6 months, 1 year, 3 year for a guaranteed return. They drop money in there every month. Many CDs in 26 have yields of 4.5, 4 or 5% or higher, often above HSA. You don't need immediate access. So this is the money. They pay you a little more than the HSA or the MMA, money market, like I was just talking about. They pay more than that. However, they do not allow access to the money. You can't just go get the money like that. They don't let you do that. You gotta let the money sit for that length of time, or there will be a penalty. What are the penalties? Great for cash you don't need soon. Perfect for sinking funds or medium-term goals. Money market is different from M&As. These are investments, not FDI insured. So money market funds, MMFs, are different from MMAs. These are investments, not insured. They hold short-term treasury and commercial paper for yields that can be competitive for banks. For example, Fidelity's 7-day yield funds like SPACs often act like high-yield cash. Good for investors who can tolerate minimum value fluctuation for a slight higher return. Let me go back to these CDs. So these CDs, you can add money when you want. You can add as much money as you want, but you can't take anything out. You can't take it out. So once you put that money in there, you have to wait to the maturity date. The maturity date is going to be within that 6 months, 1 year, or 3 years, depending on whatever you pick. There's usually a minimum of $50 to open these up, or $100 depending on your bank. But they're a good way to save the money. Let's see. So if you need something liquid, cash, and fast. Liquid, cash, fast. You need someone, you want to put the money in there, park it. So this would be like somebody who's like a person who said, look, you know what? I want to pay my rent up front. I want to pay my rent early. I want to pay it for the year. Something like that. This is where a person will park that money. Because some people think it's a good idea to pay a large sum up front if you don't have to. So like, well, if you have the money, let's say your rent is what, $2,000 a month. You got, I don't know, 2,000 times $24,000, right? You got to pay $2,000 a month. Now, you could, let me see. Let me do this math real quick. Let me see. Make nothing. Hold on a second. 12 months on a table. let's see. I want to put this on the table. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna put this. Let me see if I can put this on the table real quick for you to make it make sense. Because I want people to I want you to kind of understand why this makes sense. Why it's not a good idea just to pay a lump sum of money up front. All right, here we go. Let me share my screen with y'all. I want you to see what I'm saying. I want you to see what I'm saying. All right. Let me see. Let me share my screen with you. Share my screen with you. Share my screen with you. Here we go. Okay. This is what I got for you. So look. Now, your rent's $2,000 a month. All right. It's gonna be $24 for a year, 12 months. Now, some people would say, let me go ahead and pay the landlord up front and I don't have to worry about nothing. But why would you do that? Okay, yeah, why would you do that? Here we go. So this is why we wouldn't do it. Because if you start off at $24,000, at the beginning of the month, you'll earn, let's see. You'll earn $100. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this for the year. We're gonna see how much interest we're gonna get for the year. So at $2,000, you see this right here. Let me zoom in for you. Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in for y'all. Let me zoom in. Zoom. Oh, too close. Right there. Yeah. There we go. Bam. There we go. All right. So $24,000. You got that $24,000 at the beginning of your bank. You're getting let's say we got this in the HSA, we're getting 5% APY, annual percentage year. We're drawing $2,000 a month. So I started at that $2,000. I made $100 interest at that 5%. So now I got $21,000 left. Okay, so we're gonna add that up. We're gonna put that in there. Boom. Start off. We got $100. Okay, bam. Next month, got that. We got $22,100 left. Next month, I'm going to make $92.08 interest. Okay, this is on my rent money. I'm just getting paid because I got my rent money sitting in an account, and I'm paying it every month. But I'm also making money on my rent every month. Bam. So next we got 76. That's month 4. 76.15. 76.15. Bam. Then we got 68.13. I'm just adding it up. Oh shit. Did it not? Oh man, I gotta start this shit over. You know what? Let's do this. Let's make this life. Let's do this. Let's make life easy. I'm not about to do that. We're gonna put this in Google Sheets real quick. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this in Google Sheets, and I'm gonna show y'all what the hell I'm talking about, so you can get a good understanding what I'm trying to say to you. Cause I need people to understand what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to do. So look, let's go to Google Sheets real quick, and this is why you come to Cheat My Broke. Cause I break it down for you. I break it down. I bust the dope down. All right. I give it to you like you need it. Google Sheets. Bam. Come in there. Throw this in the spreadsheet. Y'all know I like them spreadsheets. I can't help myself. Okay. Bam. Here we go. Nice and wait. Whoa. That's 10 months. That's not all the months. Wait. That's not all the months. All right. There we go. There we go. Bam. Bam. Put this on. Bam. All right. I'm in business, y'all. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. All right. I'm in business. I had to put it all together for you. All right. Here we go. Right over here. Slide over. Wait. Well, it's not in the middle of the screen. I want it in the middle so everybody can see it. Drag it over. Drag it over. There we go. So y'all can see it. All right. Here we go. And let's zoom in a little bit so I can tell you a story. Okay, so look, here we go. This is, you got your rent for the month, okay? You're paying your rent. I'm in the way. You see me? All right, there we go. Here we go. Now you got your rent for the year, okay? We got $24,000. Our rent is $2,000 a year. $2,000 a month. $24,000 for the year. $2,000 for a month, and we're getting 5%. We're getting 5% APY for this. So this is what we're getting. We're getting this at 5%. That 5% right there. Starting balance $24,000, interest rate 5%, monthly compounding, withdrawing every $2,000 a month. Every time we pay the rent, it's $2,000 a month. Okay? Bam, got it framed up for you. All right, this is what you do. With that $24,000, my first month, I start off with there. I make $100 interest at 5%. Bam, with $22,000 left. As you see, a person could just have given this all to the landlord up front, and you didn't get anything. Now, down here, I'm going to sum this up. Let me get the sum. Oops. Sum. Boom. And at the end of the month, I pay all that. I could have made extra $670 just off my rent money, letting it sit in an account. I'm just parking it there. Each month, they're paying me $100, $92, $84. Now it's less and less and less, but I'm still making some money. Even on my last month of rent, I made, you made $11. But over the lifespan, interest earned, I've made $670. And look, instead of being zero, instead of the account going down to zero, I'm left with that $670 that I've earned in interest. So if you're doing it like that, bam, what you think? This is just a year. $24,000 a year will make you $670 a year. Now we can go play the game and take this up to $1 million and see what that looked like. That's a whole nother beast, but we'll play that. We'll play that in a second. But I just wanted to get you to understand and see why it makes sense to have your money parked somewhere and get paid for the money. And as I said, I didn't lie. I did not lie in the title. You don't have to do nothing. They're paying you and you're doing nothing. The money's sitting there. I'm just collecting my money. The 30th, every 31st of the month. 31st. Where my money? They just sit there and collect your money. And that's essentially what they want you to do in retirement. You got $2 or $3 million in the bank. You save that up over 30, 40 years. You draw the interest. And you still got to pay div. You still got to pay taxes on that. But that's there's a scheme to get out of that too. So I wouldn't even be worried about that. I wouldn't even worry about that at all. But my point is, you have money, you park it somewhere, they'll just pay you. Just let it sit. Just let it sit. It's one thing to save money. I get it. That's hard. But it's another thing to say, well, we're going to pay you. We're going to give you some money for the money. I mean, we're going to give you a little something for your troubles. It's not as much as we're going to make. We're loaning this money out 9-10%, but we're going to give you 5%. We'll give you 5%. That's what they do. So it's an excellent way to continue to make money and not be in the hole. Now, let me give you another scenario. On $1 million, $1 million in the HSA high yield savings account at 4.5%, you will earn $45,000 a year. $45,000 a year without touching the principal. Now listen, it's a whole nother situation when you're making what somebody makes on their salary. Think about that. You're making $65,000, $85,000, $100,000 a year on interest. Somebody else has to get up, go to work, drive their car, and here's the difference. They're getting taxed on that money. You're not getting taxed on that money up front, and if you don't touch it, you don't get taxed on it at all. If you just let it sit there, you don't, nothing happens. Well, no, they do. You have to just send the tax money. Yes, you do get taxed on it. But here's the thing: I'm making $100,000 sitting on my ass at home, just in my sleep, getting paid. Another person's making $100,000. They have to go to work. They have to be there 8 hours. They have responsibilities. They have to travel home. They have to get lunch. It's a whole nother ballgame. Interest is beautiful if you understand it. At that amount, you're making $3,750 a month. A solid rent or mortgage payment showing up every month. That's right. Let's see, 370, 3750. What is that? Is that right? 45,000? Is that 3750? Oh, let me see. 3750 times this good old 12. Yeah, $45,000 a month. That's not bad. It's not bad to be sitting there making that kind of money. But let's go make it easier. I got another chart. Where my other chart at? pull it up. Here we go. I wanted to make it simple and a little more digestible for the regular person because everybody is not going to be in that same $24,000 situation. I get that. That's not realistic for everyone. So let's put it on a chart that's realistic for more people. Right here. Now this is realistic. This is realistic. Okay? This is $500 a month, assuming you're saving $250 every 2 weeks. If you're putting up $250 every 2 weeks, $250 every 2 weeks. That boils down to, what is that? $250 divided by 2. That's 125. 125 divided by 7. So, let's see. 5, 125. Yeah, 125 a week. So we're looking at 125 a week. 125 divided by 5 is what? It's $25. So at $25 a business day, you mean, it's not too bad. But anyway, this is what it looks like. It looks like this. So if I start off I'm working backwards now because at first we had a large lump sum of money and then we were dwindling down because we were paying rent. Now we're just saving money, just putting up some money just for whatever reason. It's a rainy day, whatever. $250, zero interest earned first month. I get nothing. Next month, I start off with 43 cents. Okay, second month, I get 43 cents. But I got $500. Just keep going, keep going. 6 months in, I got $250. They're paying me $217. That's not a lot of money, but I'm still making more than I would. Remember, now we're up to, let's see, we get to month 12. I got $480. Excuse me. Damn, these decimals killing me tonight. I'm making $4.80, but I have $3,000. Now these are small numbers. If we run it up to, let me see. I'm gonna run up to the big numbers. We're gonna run up to 2, 3, 4, 5 million. Then we can really see where we at. Run up to $3, 4, $5 million. We'll see where we at. Oh my God, that's not what I want to look. Let me get off of here. That is not it. But overall, the overall gist of all of this is, look, you can make money sitting at home doing nothing. It just takes a little discipline. I think you gotta see it. You gotta really see it. You gotta see the numbers. You gotta see it, and then as you get paid, you pay more. They pay you more. You gotta see it, but some people can't see it. They don't show you this on a chart. So when you go into the bank or you want to sign up for one of these, they don't put it on a chart, but you can do it yourself. You can get online, get in, Excel, ChatGPT, Google, whatever you want to do. If you want to do the math manually, you can. But you can go in there and run the numbers yourself. 4.5%, 4%, 3.9%, and see what it adds up to. And then there you go. Then you know, okay, if I save this amount of money over this amount of time, I'll be in this space. And then overall it makes sense. At the end of the day, you want to look out for your future self. Future you. You are saving money for you in 10 years. You don't want 10-year you to be like, damn it, what the fuck were you doing back then? Just like right now, whatever age you are right now, 10 years ago, that person, the 10 years ago you was looking out for you today. 10 years ago was looking out for you today. The 10-year-old, whatever your age is, minus 10 years, that person at that time, whoever you were, was supposed to be trying to make life a little easier and better for you in the future. We're always looking out for our future self. Look, I go to work. You go to work these 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, when it's time to get paid, you got some money, right? You're looking out for your future self. Everything's about the future. Future self, future self, future self. Oh, hey. Thank you for watching. My mom. Thank you for watching. And thank everybody else for watching. All right, let's get back into it. So let's get into some big ass numbers. Why not? Shall we? Let's get into some big numbers. Let's see. Assumption, starting balance. Let's do it like this. Starting balance. Let's do 2 million. 2 million. Starting balance at $2 million. And let's just say you want to withdraw $2,000 a month, whatever the case. 2 million. There we go. Is that right? Yes, 2 million. $2 2 million, 5% interest, monthly compounding, withdrawing $1,000 a month. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see what numbers we got. Oh man, I can't do any more advanced work. I gotta upgrade my chat GPT. Ain't this a bitch? Okay, no problem. Google still work. Trying to play with me. Don't play with me. I still get it done. Let me see. So we're at 2 million. Oh man, this is not. Nah, that ain't it. All right. Well, anyway, we're not gonna get that number because ChatGPT is crapped out. I gotta upgrade it. I can't be doing this. I gotta pay for the better one. Being cheap, not broke, has burned me. Is this number? What if you had $1 million savings account? Okay, but yeah, I can't. Man, I should have ran them numbers early when I was messing around with this thing. But all good. But we still got to see what it is on the small scale, and it's just a few dollars. Hold on a second. $500 a month high yield savings account. 4.5. Oh yeah. Okay. So here we go. We also got another chart here. So we got $500 a month for a year at 3.5%. That gives you $6,100 at 3.5%. At 4%, you get $6,130. At 5%, you get $6,190. Now this is at $500 a month. This is for 1 year. 3 years at 3.5%, you get $19,000. 5 years, that'll turn into $31,000. 10 years, $63,000. In 20 years, it'll be $155,000. 5%, that starts off at $6,190. 3 years, it'll be at $19,900, which is okay. So 3.5%, $6,100, and then you get at 5%, you get $6,190. $90 difference. That's 1 year. So you have a $90 difference the first year. The second year, 3 years, 36 months at $500 a month at 3.5%, it'll be 19. Let me show y'all. I'm just up here yapping. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It'll be at. Here we go. There we go. So look, at $19,000, 3 years, 3.5%, it'll be 19 flat. At 5%, it'll be $1,900, $19,900. So now it's a $900 gap. Okay, that's a $900 gap. Gap's not that big. 5 years, $31,000. Okay, at 3.5%, $35,000. 5 years. So now it's a 5 year, $5,000 gap. Okay, now look at this. 10 years, $500 a month, 3%, 3.5%, $63,000. Here, 5%, $82,000. Now we're about at $19,000 difference. That's where the gap gets big. And then 20 years, 240 months, $100,055 versus $230,000. Big difference. See, in 20 years, you get right here. The first year, we only had only $90 difference. In 20 years, man, big money. And now imagine the person that didn't save nothing. Where are they at? They're on the streets, living bad, scraping for, trying to get by, going to ask the other person for some money because they didn't do well. Nah, man, you don't want to be that. You don't want that to be you. But it just shows you the power of just letting the money sit. And you can make all that money just by letting your money sit there. Now, of course, you got to still be putting money in there, but that's the easy part. You already made the money. Now you're just trying to double up and get some more money. It makes sense. It's just, but I don't think enough people see these charts and really see the numbers and what the potential could really be. But if you're making millions of dollars, there's people who are making millions got all this money put up. How much are they drawing the interest? A month. Some people are out here drawing $4,000 or $5,000 a month in interest because they got millions in the bank. It's not bad. It's not a bad way to live. And all you got to do is just be disciplined and save your money. Is it easy? No, it's not. But it can be done. And they're going to pay you. You just sit on your ass and do nothing, and they're going to pay you. It takes discipline. It does take some discipline. Compound interest. That's right. Compound interest. It's amazing. You really got to see it on tables. Compound interest don't make sense. If I just tell you something's 8%, that's not going to click to you. But when you see the numbers, it's like, oh, shit. You see it on the chart. Oh, shit. Just like anything. That's why the banks, this is what I noticed about credit card statement. So we have a credit card statement. I don't know if you noticed this. They will not, I've called the bank and asked several times. They will not give it to me in an Excel statement because I want to manipulate the numbers and see what the fuck's going on. Bank won't do that. Bank only gives you the paper statement. They're not going to let you sit there and mess around with their formula and see how they're getting their money. They don't do that. They don't do that. When you go to a car dealership, when you go look, they pull up that stuff on Excel to see how your numbers adding up. They hide cells sometimes, and you don't know if the math is correct. I have to do the math on my own. I don't trust nobody. Here's a good case in point. When you go out for dinner, a lot of times they'll have the tip prompt up there, and it'll already click up to like 25%. Fuck off. I'm not doing that. No. And sometimes the numbers aren't even right. I don't give a damn. I'm going to sit there. I'll do the math. I got a few minutes. Why not? If I feel like leaving a tip, I'll leave a tip. Now, personally, I don't let nobody tell me what percentage to leave. I'm going to leave what I want to leave. You don't tell me what to do. But I usually get on there and check that math and check and see if it's correct. Got to check and see if it's correct. But overall, when it comes to that math and this money, you got to see it on paper. If you can really see, man, if somebody can tell you at 15, think about it, 15, you started this at 15. Now, of course, you're not making $500 a month at 15, but you just start putting away something. By the time you're 35, that's 20 years, right? 10, you can start 20 to 40. 20 to 40 is a good gap. Good gap. You could be making some money, saving some money, really get somewhere in life. But it depends on where you at. But you gotta start saving, putting this money up. It's free money. They're just paying you. You don't have to do anything. You just sit there and collect the money at the end of the month. Don't touch it. It's probably the easiest money you can make because you don't have nothing to do. People go, shit, you can go to jail and you're still going to get paid interest. You come back out with more money. They don't care about that. Bank don't give a damn about that. You get locked up, go to jail. Not encouraging that. But if you're away for a long period of time, whatever the case, you come back, that money's there and you got more money than you had. Hey. And if you don't add no more money, even if you're not putting money in there, you're still going to draw interest on what you already have. Now, you want to make more money. You want to keep putting more and more because you get paid more interest. But if you just happen to stop, that doesn't mean they're not going to keep putting the money in the account. They're still going to pay you every month upon month. And you're still going to make more money because, let's go back to this chart. Wait a minute. Let's go back to the chart. Where's my chart at? Where's my damn chart? I just want you to see, even if you stop, you're still going to get paid. Let's see. Where am I? Share my screen. Boom. Here we go. So look, right here. Even if you stop putting in money, let's say you stop putting in money at 250, 217, you're still going to get that 217. And instead of so you're going to be at $250, you could be getting what? That'd be $2. What? I'm drawing a blank right now. That'll be $252.17. Excuse me, $252.17. You'll be drawing interest on $252.17, and then next month it'll probably you'll probably get what, $2 and what, 19 cents or something like that. But the numbers is gonna keep going up. Instead of you going up by $250 a month, you'll be going up by the interest, and you'll still be making more money. You're gonna get paid more regardless, because even if you're not depositing more money in there, they're depositing the interest in there, and you're gonna make more money off of the interest. So it doesn't matter. You're not gonna lose. You don't lose unless it's zero in there. You're gonna get paid something. They gotta pay you. So, hey, I don't know if you don't have your money parked anywhere that's paying you, do me a favor, go look up somewhere that'll pay you some money. If you got some money sitting around, you don't want to have it in a regular savings account. Regular savings account, it just says savings on it. They're not. What they pay you is so low. I don't even know what the interest rate is. 0.0002 or something shit like that. I don't know what it is. It's not good. It's not enough. I know that. So whatever the case may be, park your money somewhere and get this money. Even when you're not working, they paying you. And the more you make, the more they pay. Which is not a bad combination. You can work harder at your job. That don't mean they're going to pay you more. That doesn't. You might cap out at your job, but you always put more money into the account. They're going to pay you more regardless. I get a raise every month. Every month I get a raise. At your job, same amount of money, same amount of money, same amount of money, same amount of money, raise. Same amount of money, same amount of money, same amount of money, raise. Interest account. Raise. You get a raise all the time, man. They're going to keep dropping that money in there. So collect the money. Just take the money. It's free. Yeah, they're going to give it to you. You don't have to do much. It's the least amount you have to do for the money. Everywhere else you got to do this, do that. Just collect the fucking money. That's it. Just find somewhere to park your money. And then get on, you don't have to get an Excel. Just get in ChatGPT and type in the prompt. How much you play, whatever it is, just play with the numbers. If you're going to start off at $100, okay, let's say I'm going to do 100 for 6 months. Then I'm going to do 200 for 6 months. And then the next month, I'm going to do 300. Whatever the case may be. Just play around with the numbers and see what it can be. And if you really want to get yourself excited, put a couple million in there and just see like, oh, wow. That's why these people don't go broke, because their money is making money. Once you get to a certain threshold, your money's making money. You don't got to do much. Come on, money working for me. I mean, there are people who have money locked up forever. Like, probably got money in an endowment or something like that. And they just pull money down from it forever. That's it. You really could have, let's say your family, your grandfather's rich, and he puts away $20 million, and under no circumstances can you guys take the money. But the $20 million is still going to keep drawing in interest every month, and the family can live off it. If you live within the means, you can do it. If you live within your means, below your means, you can live off of that money. You can live off of that. How much would I need in the bank to make $3,000 a month? $3,000 a month in interest. So to make about $2,500 a month in interest, you need 1.2 million. Let's see, at 4% to bring in 3,000. Monthly interest per million. So, okay, yeah, at 4%, you'll need. You'll bring in about $3,333, and to bring in 1,000, you need 900,000. So as the interest rates increases, you need less money. But overall, you need about $720,000 to earn $3,000 a month in interest. Now, could you imagine? Could you imagine whatever your salary is, whatever you're going to work making, your money makes that for you now? Could you imagine that? Just imagine that. Would you change? Now, here's a good question for you. Would you change your lifestyle? Because before you had to work and do all these other things to get the money. Now you don't have to work and the money's just showing up. Are you going to do, well, shit, I got a lot more free time. Are you going to go buy more things and do more? You going to change your lifestyle? You going to scale down so you have more money? What are you going to do? Because you got a lot of free time on your hand. I will hope you would go figure out another way to make more money. But everybody's not going to do that. Some people just want to kick their feet up and kick back. I have no problem with that neither. But it is something to think about when you come into that money. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit back on your butt and not do anything? Or are you going to keep on pushing? Whatever. There's no right answer. There's no right or wrong answer. You do whatever is for you. Oh, man. All right. So, all right. That's what we got. So, if you got any questions or drop anything, drop a comment. Please let me know. If you want the list of the banks, let me know. I can send them out to you. Just let me know. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. See, you got a couple people on tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. You are very much appreciated. Please hit the like button. It helps a lot. It helps more people watch the video, and more information to more people, and more people can see this. So if you're watching right now, smash that like button for me. It's very much appreciated. And with that being said, we're going to move on. Oh, shit. We got to pay some bills real quick. We'll be right back. Let's get on into it. What we got going on out here in the world? What we got going on out here? Where my damn stories at? Oh. Okay, here's one. And let's see. Okay, let's get into it. Ooh, airlines rankings. Yes, let's start on there. America's best and worst airlines for 2025 real rankings. Yes, let's do that because I fly all the damn time. And I'm curious to know who was the worst and who was the best. Let's get into that, shall we? All right. America's best and worst airlines of 2025 revealed in new rankings. I'm pretty sure Southwest is the bottom. Where's the list? Southwest has been crowned the best airline in the country, knocking Delta off its perch for the first time since the outbreak of COVID. Don't nobody believe that shit. No way. You're outranking Southwest over Delta. No, you're not. You're lying. This is bull, but I'll keep reading. The Wall Street Journal's 18th annual airline scorecard, let's check and look at that too, cited Southwest industry low number of customer complaints, tarmac delays, along with strong on-time arrivals, and putting Dallas carrier on the top of the list. So the best airline is based off of what? Off of arrival time, tarmac delays? Come on, that's not what we're basing the airline. Budget carrier Allegiant finished second overall. I don't know, did they spell this right? Buoyant by the lowest cancellation rate among major airlines. Allegiant only flies Mondays, Wednesdays, and Sundays. They only fly 4 days a week. So you're damn right you're going to be ranked good when you don't fly every day. Of course you got a good on-time record. You don't fly every day. The Las Vegas-based airline also ranked for the first of the fewest mishandled bags and the lowest rate passengers involuntary bump from his flight. 4 days a week. They only probably fly 3 times. They don't fly that much. Alicia fell short of the top largely because of the weaker on-time performance and the higher incidence of extreme delays. The airline also said those delays are reflected reflect a deliberate strategy of holding flights rather than canceling them outright. A move that argues helps. Whatever. Look, I don't give a damn about none of that shit. Where's the list? Where's the list? I want the list. Come on, give me the list. Wall Street Journal wants you to pay. All right, next story. I'm done with y'all. I'm done. Let's move on. Spirit. Broke Spirit Airlines turns to private equity firm in hopes of avoiding bankruptcy. The beleaguered carrier Spirit Airlines making a lifeline out of bankruptcy. That ain't gonna help. Low budget carrier is in talks with Castle Lake, a global alternative investment firm with approximately $33 billion in assets under management. The potential takeover courting. About a potential takeover courting. The airline has a long struggle to compete with rival carriers that offer various levels of service and fly more destinations. Its financial situation became more privileged as the airline was forced into bankruptcy twice in 1 year. In August, it said they had entered Chapter 11 process after failing to complete a reorganization less than a year earlier. The airline CEO Dave Davis wrote on an open letter to customers that its second restructuring process would ensure the long-term success of our company, so we would continue to serve our guests well. Listen, I think in Spirit, I keep saying this, if Spirit focused more on customer service and not just the money, they would be better shape. You have to create some value and some loyalty. There's no reason for anybody to be loyal to Spirit. You guys, there's no reason. No reason. If I make more money, I'm not going to continue to fly with Spirit. I'm going to go somewhere else. I have no money. I'm just not going to stay here. You can't compete. You can't compete with the high price customer. All right, $1.5 million of popular cleaning product recalled over potential bacteria contamination. Roughly 1.5 million bottles of popular household cleaning product sold nationwide are being pulled from shelves over concerns that they may be contaminated with potentially harmful bacteria. Faggot regulators say. Boston-based company Thrasho has issued a recall for its Angry Orange enzyme stain removers that's determining the product could contain don't give me the line, pseudomonas, and bad stuff, according to the notice Thursday by the U.S. Consumer Protection Agency. I don't understand why they ever put these on the news or the radio. You never know who's reading these articles. The bacteria can enter the body if inhaled through the eyes or breaking the skin. That's really bad. Stain over Angry Orange stain and odor remover enzyme cleaner. Angry Orange. So if you have this, throw that shit away. It's bad. It can get in your eyes and nose, and you don't want them problems. You don't want to be using sick days because you're sick. You want to use sick days to go on vacation. Okay? That's what you want to do. You want to use sick days to go on vacation. That's what we got there. Orange cleaner. This stuff is bad. I don't use this. It looks cheap and probably stinks. I wouldn't use it. But if you do use it, eats away enzymes. Or enzymes? No, man, I don't want that. No, I don't need none of that. No, I don't need that. No thanks. No thanks. You can keep that garbage. I use a new cleaning spray. It's like a little more natural because some of them cleaning sprays will choke the shit out of you. They're so strong. So strong. I don't like them. I had to clean out the oven the other day. The oven cleaner choked the hell out of me. I had to go get the gas mask and put on the gas mask to clean out the oven with the oven cleaner. It's so strong. Oh, man. Oven cleaner will take the hairs out your nose. Okay? Oven cleaner, I'm telling you, oven cleaner choked the shit out of you. I feel like, hey, what the fuck? Hey! You want to poison somebody? Spray some oven cleaner. You want somebody to leave your house? Spray some oven cleaner. But put on a mask because it's going to choke you too. I'm trying to tell you. All right. Bam. But overall message for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Park your money somewhere that pays you, okay? Look, $25 is fine. That's a good starting point. $25 a pay period. Just start there. And just set it and forget it. And over time, it's going to keep adding up. And before you know it, you got a couple grand in there. It's going to take some time. You can't be patient. But if you really want to you feel like, man, you're getting a little impatient, add more money. Then they'll pay you more money. But have a plan for the money. Have a plan for it. But the plan can't be to spend it. Or not. Maybe don't have a plan for the money. Just let it sit there. Because you might plan to spend. Let the money sit there. Let's go over them again real quick. Let me give you the rundown again. Before we wrap up for tonight. Savings account. So we got high yield savings account. HYSA, high yield savings account. Most are paying between 3.5 and 5% right now. We have money market accounts. They're paying between 4.5 and 3.3% right now. You have CDs. They do have a certain amount of time you have to put in there, 6 months, 1 year, or 3 years. Guaranteed return. There are penalties for moving the money early, 4.5 to 5%. And of course, you got the money market, and yeah. You got money market MMFs, money market funds, treasury bills, T-bills, government short-term securities, very safe, sold at a discount. Invest in government securities, typically higher liquidity. That's what we got. We got short-term bonds, ultra short-term duration funds. You got all kind of cash management accounts offered by brokerages with features similar to savings account, checking account pluses. Yeah, got a lot of stuff out there. A lot of different vehicles to grow your money. But you should choose one of them. I don't know, because, hey, growing your money is like taking the bus. It takes time. It makes stops. It's slow, but it's going to get you there. It's going to get you there. Growing your money is not a fast car. It's the bus. Take your time. It'll get you there safe. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all tuning in tonight. I appreciate Feelings Home. and Shauna 5387, Phyllis Hall 4749, Shauna 5738 for tuning in. I appreciate everybody else for tuning in, watching the show. We all appreciate it. I appreciate you all. We'll be back on Monday with more Cheap Not Broke Live. Make sure you take care of your money. Make sure you find your place. Get on Google. Find a place to park that money. Get paid. Get paid. Get paid, yo. Get paid. Get paid, yo. Get paid. If you do, you get paid. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. That was one of my favorite songs. All right, everybody. We're going to be back on Monday night. More Cheap Not Broke Live. I'm back into recording some sketches, so I got some funny stuff coming on the Cheap Not Broke channel. Got some funny stuff. Finally got some help, y'all. Man, I be doing all this by myself. But I got a little help. So I got some funny stuff coming on. Look out for that. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on TikTok at Cheap Not Broke. And, yeah. Head over to cheapnotbroke.com. Grab yourself some merchandise. We got hats, hoodies, crew necks to keep you warm this winter. If you're gonna be hit by the winter storm, make sure you stock up, get the stuff you need, be safe, and stay healthy. All right, everybody. I'll see you all Monday night. Remember, live life at your price and stay cheap, not broke. I'll see you then. Take care. Where the hell's my outro? There it is. Nope, that ain't it. But this is it. I'll see you Monday.